Hello guys, welcome in Inkscape tutorial series. So today in Inkscape tutorial we will talk about how to start. So a few words about document setup before you start working on anything. So let's open the Inkscape. Of course, Inkscape is a free and open source vector graphics editor. Before you start, make sure you are using latest version of Inkscape. You can check that in Help tab, and the last option is About Inkscape. Make sure you are using version at least 1.0, and then we can start. So let's jump to basic properties, which are document setup. So the first tab, File, and the document properties. Here, actually the first tab are essential, and important are 4 tabs. So the first, about page, the general display units. You can choose from the list millimeters or pixels. I prefer that too. You can change that, and all units will be automatically recalculated. Then you can choose page size. So here is actually a long list of the predefined available different kind of page sizes, or you can set the custom size, of course with scale also you can customize. A4 format is fine for me, and important is orientation, so you can choose the display mode, so the portrait or landscape. I prefer landscape. It will fit more on my rectangular monitor. And we can jump to next tab. Next tab is guides, which are helpful in drawing anything. To place any guide, you need to left click on the ruler on the left side, and still pressing left key of mouse you can place anywhere your guides. The vertical ones and the horizontal, of course, from the top ruler. And here you can choose the guide color. So it's worth to think about if you prefer that colors or any other, or you are using or want to draw anything in blue. So it's worth to think about any other contrasting color to see that guides. And next thing is grids. To activate grids, you need to go to View and select the Page Grid option. After selecting that, you will see the grid on your area, which you can define the existing one and the density, increasing or decreasing, or you can prepare, for example, few grids in different units which you will be using later. And the last thing, snapping. So if you have any object on your area, here you can adjust the snap distance. For now it will snap to your grid, but if you deactivate the page grid, it is snapping to your guides, and here is place when you can adjust the distance when it will be snapping to your guides. So that's the 4 essential tabs in document properties. So we can move forward to the next properties. Next tab is Edit. Here important is actually 2 things. One is resize page to selection. So you can select the option from here or use the shortcut. Shortcuts are on the right side of the any panel. If it's available, here it is, so Shift Ctrl plus R. It will adjust the document to your object. So let's press on your keyboard Ctrl Shift plus R, and it will adjust to your object. So that's the first thing. And second is the last thing on the list, the preferences. Here actually is all options for different tools and any other option in editor. But before working is important rendering, so you can increase or decrease the cache size or any quality if you are using any blur or any other filter effects. So you can set it could be in better quality or in lower, which actually means the time to apply the effects. Of course it depends on your PC or notebook setup, but it's better to set it up at the beginning. Okay, so let's go to third option, the view. In view, important is activating guides and page grid and the zooming. Zooming you can use and choose from that menu, or you can use, for example, shortcuts like Control and mouse wheel to zoom in, zoom out. Of course, there are more shortcuts like buttons from 1 to 6. You can use predefined zoom setups. I like 1, which is default, which means there is no zoom. 4, which will zoom the object to fit your working area, and the 5, which will adjust the document to your window. So the 1 is default, 4 selected element, and the 5 you will see the whole document area adjusted to your working window. Okay, so the last thing, the layers. I prefer to see all the layers which I have. Let's use the shortcut, so Shift Ctrl plus L, and it will open up the layers panel, and you can manage layers from here by adding any layers, moving them down, up, or you can manage it through the menu list and different options. So that's most important things before beginning, and now you are ready to start working on your vector drawing. One extra tip: if you want to see document properties, for example for existing documents, that information you will find in extensions. Then you need to select document and document info, and here you can see the basic document properties like width, height, viewbox, document units, pixels, any other units, free guides, or any defined or predefined grids. So that's helpful for existing documents or anytime if you want to check very quickly. So that's basically it. In next video I will describe basic tools and how to use it with examples. So if you have any questions, please leave them in comments, and thanks for watching.